HTML tags we have seen, and today we are going to see about the concept of remaining HTML tags, and also we are going to complete the concept of CSS. So briefly, once again, I am going to show you what are the important tags we have seen previously. So let us see. Basic one is HTML, and after that, if you see, we are going to have the concept of head. Inside it, we can have title, and after that, we have seen a body, and these are the generally used tags in our HTML. And also we have seen many other tags. Last concept we have discussed was tables. Now let us start the concept of HTML lists. That means whenever we want to create a, that means list of items, then we have to go for the concept of HTML lists. So here we are going to have three types of lists in our HTML. So first one is unordered list. So while explain first I will explain theory and simultaneously I'm going to uh, give the examples for this. So first one is unordered list, next one is ordered list, and last one is definition list or description list. So we can have any name, definition or description list. Okay, right. So now here if you observe, we are having for each and every type, we are going to have one tag. For first one, that is unordered list, we are going to have a tag called as UL. U indicates unordered, L indicates list. In the same way, we are going to have ordered list, which is nothing but OL. OL indicates what? Ordered list. Next, coming to description list, so this is OL, not DL. And coming to definition or description list, we are going to have DL. Okay. So these are the three different types of HTML lists we are having. First, let us see about the concept of unordered list with an example. So the same example, so I'm going to take on HTML page and I will, for all the examples, I'm going to use the same thing here. Same page, same document I'm going to use. So as you know that initially we have to write what? HTML. So doc type is not important. Previously I have said you that doc type is not important. So I'm going to take head tag here. 1 minute. Right. So head tag I'm going to take as I have opened this. So whenever we are going to open, it is recommended to close there itself. So as you know that inside HTML we can have, sorry, inside a head tag we can have title tag. Already we know whatever the title we want to give for our web page, we have to write it here. As I am discussing about HTML, I am going to write HTML unordered list. I am going to write unordered list. Okay. So my page name will be what? Unordered list. So here I am going to write title. So title was given for the HTML page. My head part is completed. Now I want to go for body part. So in body, what is our concept here? I want to uh, give a list of items here. Okay. So in body, I want to create a list. For that, I am going to have a tag called for unordered. I am going to have a tag called as what? UL. So UL indicates unordered list. As I have opened this, I am going to close this. So UL is nothing but what? Unordered list. Now here, if it is a list, we can have group of items here. So that items can be 1, 2, 3 or any more. One or more list items or elements can be there here. So how to create a list item? There is a tag called as LI. LI is nothing but what? A list item. So here if you see, I'm going to give some what I say subject names. For suppose I'm going to take LI is open and list item is completed, so that I'm going to close it. In the same way, I'm going to take 3 or 4 subject names I'm going to take. That means list items I'm going to take here. Now here I'm going to take some C. In the same way, Python and so on. Okay. So here I am going to create a list of items, and this list is what? It is not ordered list. It is what? Unordered list. Okay. So I'm going to take Go language. So I have prepared one list. So you can observe the what is the difference between ordered and unordered. If I print this, generally ordered means what? It is going to have some order. That is nothing but either 1, 2, 3, 4 or Roman letters 1, 2, 3, 4 or ABCDs, which is having some order. So we are going to call those lists as a ordered list. But coming to this one here, UL is nothing but what? Unordered list. Here, order will not be there. So let us see this example. So let us take sample.html. Right, anyway. So let us execute this. So if you observe, you can see that what? So Java, C, Python, and it is so on. Okay. As it is zoomed, you can see a content in zoomed way. Okay. So this is nothing but what we can say it as a bullets, for example. So here, as this is not ordered list and it is an unordered list, so that we are going to get what? By default bullets for this list of items. Okay. Now, sir, here if I want to change these bullets to any other symbol, is there any way? Yes. There are some attributes are there for this unordered list. So those attributes, there is an attribute called as type attribute is there. For this type attribute, I can give three values. One is square, and next if you are going to see circle, there is a circle, and we are going to have what? Disk. Whatever the type here, three types can be given for this one as an attribute. So let us see if I give type is square, what happens? Let us see now. So for two,
రామప్రసాద్
sir,
రామప్రసాద్ సార్
sir.
ఇదంతా అయిన తర్వాత పిల్లలకు కొంచెం లాస్ట్ లో సమ్మరైజ్ చేయండి సార్, ఒక 1 hour తర్వాత చెప్పి
Okay,
దీనిలో
okay,
ఎట్లా
sir.
చదువుకోవాలని చెప్తే సార్. రైట్,
Okay,
థ్యాంక్
okay,
యూ
sir. Right, right.
ఫస్ట్.
So So we are seeing about unordered list here. So that for the unordered list, I want a type equal to. So already we have seen what type, how many types are there here? Three are there. So now I'm going to take about first type, that is nothing but square. So let us see this. So observe this. The bullet shape is going to be changed here. It is in the form of what? Square. Now, let us go to one more thing, that is circle. I'm going to take it as circle. Observe carefully here. Shapes are three here. So, see now, we are going to get what? Circle here. So, last one is what? Disc. So, DISC. Now, observe here. Same, whatever we have seen previously, we are going to get same thing here. That means, if you are going to use an attribute called as, if you are going to use an attribute called as type, sorry, okay. If you are going to use the attribute called as type equal to this, or if you are not going to write anything, observe here, if I refresh this one also, we are going to get by default what? Disk only. That means the default type for your unordered list is what? Disk. So here three types are there. So this is about the concept of what? Unordered list. Now let us go for the concept of ordered list. That is nothing but just I will change this one as OL. That's enough. I'm changing it as what? OL. So if you are going to see ordered list, here OL is nothing but what? Ordered list. In unordered list, what you have seen a bullets. But if you see, so generally, let us take one word pad here. So if you see here, you can observe what here bullets are there. In MS Word, if you observe here, bullets are there. So you can consider this one as a disc, this one as a circle, this one as a square. So these three are given for your unordered list. Okay, you can observe here. This is what bullet. You can observe on my document. Next, if you see this one, this is a circle and this is what? Square. Now, I want what? Ordered. If you see order, see here, what are the different types of orders we are having? We are having 1, 2, 3. Next, 1 and bracket. Anyway, if you see the types here mainly, 1, 2, 3 you can see, Roman letters you can see, and also ABC you can observe here. So in the same way, we can have these types here. So I am going to take order list here now. Let us see that what is going to be printed. Let us observe here. So I have changed the tag as what? Order list. Right. See now, by default, it is going to give me what? 1, 2, 3, 4, because it is going to the list is which type here? Ordered list. So that by default, the order default values of ordered list is what? 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, and so on. Now, here, sir, I don't want to follow this order. I want to follow a different one. That means what? I don't want 1, 2, 3, sir. I want some Roman letter, capital letters. Roman capital letters. So again, I'm going to talk about type here. So again, for this order list, we are having types as. So for this order list, we are having type can be, I can write one, or you can also write type as capital I, which is nothing but Roman letters, the small I, which is nothing but Roman letter lowercase, and here we can write lowercase a, and we can also write uppercase a. That means what here? If I want 1, 2, 3, I have to take type equal to 1. If you want order with Roman letters, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, I can take capital I, so that you are going to get capital letters. Let us see that now. Now see, here I am going to write type equal to what? 1. So as it is by default type as numericals, you cannot observe any difference here, because default is type is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Here I have written type equal to 1 only. Now I am going to change type as capital I, which is nothing but Roman letters. Observe now here. What happens here? The order, the numbers for the order list is what? Are Roman letters now. Sir, I want a small lowercase Roman letters. Now observe, we are going to get what? Roman letters in lowercase. Next, I can have what? After this, we have what? A. So we can have lowercase a. So that what we are going to get? We are going to get 1 minute. Okay. We are going to get what? Lowercase ABCDs here. If I want to get capital letters, that is nothing but capital A, capital B, capital C, and D, I can do this. Okay. Now observe. So it is nothing but capital A, capital B, capital C, and capital D. Right. This is about what? Ordered list. So we can have, if you observe the same things, whatever I have shown now, you can observe all cases here. See, 1, 2, 3, Roman letters 1, 2, 3, and Roman letters lowercase. This is nothing but ABC uppercase. This is nothing but ABC lowercase. So this is nothing but what? Ordered list. In ordered list, we are going to have some numbering for that. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4, or ABCDs or Roman letters. Now, one more thing is there. If you observe this list here, by default, it is going to start from where? A. If I am not going to write type, what happens? It is going to start from 1. That means what? For this one, we are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. But now see, I don't want to start my list from 1. That means what? Let us, I will take 1 here. So now observe here, I am going to get what? My list is going to start from 1. But I don't want to start from 1. My list has to be started. Starting value of my list will be what? Has to be what? 4 for suppose. Now what happens? My list starting digit will be what? 4. Observe now. So I can change the starting value, starting number of a list item. So now in the same way, if I change the types here, automatically if I change capital I, here I am going to write 4. What is the Roman letter 4? That is nothing but IV, you can see here. So the starting is what? IV. In the same way, if I change it to lowercase, then what happens? It is going to give you lowercase IV. So now another type is what? A. In alphabets, what is the fourth letter? D. So that your order is going to start from D. In the same way, we can also take capital A here. So we are going to get answer as what? D, E, F, G. So this is about ordered list. If you want to give a list of items, we are having 3 types of lists. One is ordered list, another one is unordered list, and last one is description or definition list. So now let us see here. These two are completed. Now ordered list and unordered list are completed. Now let us talk about definition list. So here, why we are calling it a definition list or a description list? Reason is there because in this list the entries are listed like, that means in the way how the dictionary is there. That means what? In dictionary, what you can see, in dictionary we are going to have what? Term will be there and the meaning will be there. The definition will be there. In the same way, if you are having any list of items, we should go for a definition list. For suppose here, if I want to talk about definition list, we are again for this one we are going to have what different types of tags are used for this one. That is DT tag, which is nothing but a term. Which term this one? For example, if you see the example, we can understand. This is nothing but DT is nothing but data term. Next are we can say definition term. Next one DD, which is nothing but a definition. The term definition this one is. And next last one, okay, these two are important tags. And for the order list, we are having what? DL. So totally for this definition list, we are going to use three different tags. One is DL, next one is DT, and next one is DD. Sir, how it looks like? Let us see that now. So it is different from our ordered and unordered list, so that I am going to remove all these. Now observe here. So as you are talking about definition list, I have to take the name of the list as what? DL. 1 minute. So I'm going to remove this. Now I'm going to change order list as definition list. Now what I told in a definition list, the terms will be what? How the list is going to look like. Term will be there, for the term definition will be there. So if I want to define a term, just I have to define with a DT. So let us consider I want to talk about HTML. So the term is what? HTML. And what is the definition for this one? Definition has to be written inside a DD tag. So what is meant by this HTML? Hypertext markup language, for suppose. Okay. Hypertext markup language. Now, so the definition is completed. Now, this is in a list. I am going to take one definition, and after that, I have taken what? Sorry, first I have taken term, and I have taken what? Definition for that particular term. Again, I want to mention a term here, and let us take one more letter, that is, for example, RAM. RAM. So and the term is completed. And what is the full form of RAM? Random access memory. As a definition, I am going to take what? Random access memory. Okay. Now, the definition is also completed. I am going to close the tag. Now, observe carefully here. What happens? I have taken list, and in that list, I am having two items. So, one is HTML, another one is RAM. And for HTML, I am going to give the definition as hypertext markup language. And for RAM, I am going to give what? Random access memory. So let us see what happens here. So observe now. I have not told that it has to come after the term. By default, this is the way the definition list is going to give you. The term is there and its definition is there. Sir, I want to highlight my term, sir. It is recommended to go for what? We are having a tag called as B tag. This is nothing but bold tag. Go for bold tag. So then it will be easy for you. So observe now HTML, and also if you want to take here also to highlight that one, to highlight the term, I'm going to take what? B tag, which is nothing but bold tag. Right now observe. So see, okay. So this is about what? Definition list, or we can say what? Description list. So there are three types of lists we have seen. One is ordered list, second one is unordered list, and third one is what? Definition list. Now, this is about list concept. Next, let us see about the concept of test links. That means what? I'm going to take a link here, and if I click on that link, automatically it has to go to another page. So I want to talk about what? A link here, links. Okay. Let us see how to create that links. So that is nothing but by using a tag, an important tag. This is what? Anchor tag. So I'm talking about anchor tag here. So it is represented with A. So anchor tag. So let us see anchor tag here. Just I will remove all these list concept. Now, as a body, I want to write something here. As a paragraph, I am telling that click the following. Click here. Click the following, for example, so that the user can understand to click on the following link. Now see, I want to create a anchor tag here. So A is there. As an image, in image tag, we have seen what? Reference, REF. In the same way here, HREF is there. So this is an attribute which is used to refer that particular link. So I want to take google.com for suppose. So what I have to write www.google.com. Okay. Now this is about anchor tag, and now on clicking what you have to go to this particular site. I am going to write that particular term here. So I'm going to write what? Google here, and I'm going to close the anchor tag. Now observe carefully here now. Now see what happens. Click the following, and automatically the color will be blue. It is not dependent on us. It is dependent on that particular anchor tag. Now, if you want to change the color, you can change it. We will see it later. Now, see if I click on this, what happens? It is redirecting to something, but it has to be present here. So that it is, as it is not present here, so clearly I have to mention it. That is what it is. It has to connect through a network. So I have to write what? HTTP I have to mention here. Okay, now observe. 1 minute. Now see. So now if I'm going to click on this, what happens? It is going for google.com. Sir, in before case, why it has gone to this particular desktop www.google.com means I already told you that if you are not going to mention it correctly, the path correctly, it is going to check on the current working directory. Current working directory means what? Where my sample document is present on my desktop. So that whenever I am going to give any reference to this particular HTML, by default, it will check in the current working directory. So if I mention clearly here HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, it knows that it has to connect through internet. Okay, right. This is about anchor tag, and there are some other important points are there for this anchor tag. So one more important point here. So let us consider one page of document is there. For example, I'm going to take a page here, something called as Geek for Geeks. Okay, I'm going to show you an example. If you see this page, so there is too much of data is available here. For that, I have to do what? I have to scroll down. That means what? Let us take one particular thing here. So Java backend development I'm showing you. Now see here. To see entire data, I have to go from top to bottom. And after going to the bottom, if I come back here, if I'm going to the end here, and if now I want to go back to the top, again what I have to do? I have to scroll entire thing here. Okay. Now instead of doing this, at the end or at the bottom, if I'm going to place one a link that is nothing but if I say it as a go to top. For example, if I write top, automatically it is going to where? It has to go to starting. So how it has to be done? Let us see clearly. So if I want to explain about that, I have to take huge data here. So just I will copy paste from a website, huge data, because I have to show you that you are moving top and bottom. So just I will copy this paragraph. Just 5 or 6 times I am going to copy paste. So as a paragraph I will take here. As a paragraph, I'm going to take this one entire thing. Right. Now, so this is a paragraph. 1 minute, it will be clear for you. So as you know, that paragraph means what? If the line is not completely filled, next line is going to add beside that one, as we have seen in yesterday's class. Okay. Now, so here what I am doing now, I am going to take one paragraph and same paragraph I will copy paste. Okay. So that the data is going to be, your page is going to be filled with this one. So these lines I am going to copy paste. So 3 or 4 times. Because my page has to be filled with this. Right. Now see, just I want to execute this. Observe first. If I'm going to talk about this one, see, observe here. Sorry, not this. I have to go to this one, sample. So now see here. Here, if I execute this sample.html, see, the data is going to be what? My page is filled. Okay. Now, I want to create here. Instead of Google, I will place what? Go to top. But it has to go to where? It has to come to first line. It has to reach here. So what I have to do? Now see, observe carefully. So at the top, I am going to give you one link, one reference. So what I will do here at the starting of my page, so here just I will give you one small link here to reference. Just I am going to take one heading. So this is top. Just to indicate it is a top, I am going to this is top. Now, if I go to the bottom, if I click something called as top, it has to come back to which tag here? H1. That means H1 is nothing but what? A tag that is present in the top. So that what I am going to write at the last, I am going to write what? A reference, and here I will take a. I am going to take what? Some reference file here. So that is nothing but, for suppose I am going to take a. Okay. So just I will take what? H1. Let us check this. H1 and what is the where I have to go top? Okay, just so I'm going to H1 by clicking on what? Go to top. Let us check here this one once. So here I will click on top. Let us see now. So I have written this is top here. I'm going to bottom. So as it is not reaching, we have to write some more syntax is there. 1 minute, I will check it. So here I have written what? So now my concept is what? I have to, from a particular line, I have to go back to in a document, in single document, from bottom to top or middle to top. I want to navigate in the same page, but from top to bottom and top bottom to top or to the middle. Okay. So for that I can use this. Just a minute. Just I'll check this syntax. Okay. So now here I have written what? AHREF I have written. References I have given a section. So just here I will take it as, let us consider 1 minute. So one more point I have missed here, sorry. So for this one, H1, observe carefully, for this H1, to refer this, I am going to give you some name for this one. Reference I have to give, no? So just beside this, I am going to take a space name equal to, for example, I am going to take top. So now by using this name, okay, for this reference, by using this top, I can come back to here. So see, let us see that name equal to what? Top. So let us take here it as a top. Let us take what? Top. And let us check once. 1 minute.
హలో సార్
చెప్పండమ్మా. ఎస్ టెల్ మీ.
మాకు HTML గురించి అంత డెప్త్ గా లేదు సార్ సిలబస్ లో ఒకసారి సిలబస్ చెక్ చేయండి సార్
సిలబస్ లో లేదమ్మా HTML ఉంటే ఒకసారి చూస్తానమ్మా. I will check it. Wait, please wait. One minute. Okay, R20 అమ్మ R20 JNTB కదా 1 minute. Okay, okay, okay. I'm checking it. Please wait. Okay, I got it. So HTML5 audio video elements. Okay, organizing elements. Okay. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So just I will go for audio and video. Okay, okay. So just I will go for audio video. So we have seen what are these. I think I have not seen the syllabus, so that I'm discussing all the concepts. I think the subject is HTML and CSS మొత్తం ఉందనుకున్నానమ్మా అందుకే మొత్తం డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నా ఓకే లీవ్ ఇట్ సో ఐ విల్ గో ఫర్ ఆడియో ట్యాగ్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ let us see the after audio tags we are having video related to video elements are there, so I will discuss about that. Okay, so now let us see about audio tag. Just I will remove all these. Okay, right. So I'm talking about audio tag now. That means if you want to insert any audio into your web pages, I'm having a tag called as what? Audio. Let us see that audio. So in this audio, we have to give the some reference. And one more thing, we have to write here controls is an attribute. If you are not going to write the controls, we will not get the controls to control the audio. I will show you that. So we have to take audio controls and from same thing. From where you want to get the audio clip, then I have to write what? Source. Source SRC. Source is a tag and SRC is an attribute where we have to write some address. I have to write address here, so I will check where audio clip is available and I will copy paste that one. So type equal to what is it? Which type I'm going to take here? Audio type. So I'm going to take audio, or we can also consider MPEG. Both comes under audio type only. Now observe here, audio is there. On my desktop, there is a file called as audio. So I'm copying the path. Right now, let us see. Okay, here I'm going to copy paste that, and name is what? Audio dot audio dot. I think it is MP3. Let us check once. Type I'm going to check. Right, it is MP3. So I'm going to take it as dot MP3. Now see. So this is the one. Let us refresh our page. See here. You can see what if I click on this, some song is going to be played. Music is going to be played. Okay, you can listen that. So like siren sound we are going to get. Lightly it is going to give a sound. Yes. So it is because of what? Audio. Whatever I am going to click on this. So to increase the volume and to pass the video. And if you see this one here, play speed. That means what? If I click on this, we are going to get with how much speed I have to play the video. Sorry, audio. All these are called as what? Controls. Now let us remove this one now. Controls I am going to remove here. Now observe what happens if I refresh this. I'm not going to get any control here. If there is no control, how can I control that? So that what? Compulsory we have to take control. Sorry, that controls has to be written. If you are unable to write that control, we are not going to see the controls there. And this is about what? Audio tag. To insert any audio into your onto your web page, we have to go for a tag called as what? Audio. And in that we have to write what? Controls. Okay. Right. Now let us see next one is I think video tag. Let us see that now. So anyway, as we have seen audio in the same way, in the same type, we are having a tag called as what? A video tag. Right, let us see that. So controls are compulsory. Observe here. So controls. So if there is no control, we are not going to take that if there is no control, it is not possible. Video and 1 minute. Here I have taken some video also. Small video I have taken. Right. Now, please don't touch the screen, Prasad. Please don't touch. Okay. Right now, observe here. I'm going to talk about what? Video tag. Here, for the video, if I'm playing video, how much width we have to get. So before going to write that, just I will take video. Please don't touch your screen. 1 minute. Right. Okay. So I'm going to take what? Video controls. Later I will control the size of width and height of your video also. But let us see what is the in which way we have to take. Already you know that the name of the video is what? Video dot MP4. Just now I have shown you. And here type is what? Is it a type of audio? No, it is MP4. So that it is nothing but type as video. And here we have to take MP4. That means what? It indicates the type of this one. Right. So open tag and this is what? Close tag. Video. Let us check this. So now see. So if I zoom out, you can observe clearly. See, here there is a play button. If I play this, your video is going to be played here. If I'm not going to write controls, what happens? Let us see. Here I am going to remove controls. Okay, now observe. So here control is not there. To press on play or pause, there is no control. So compulsory we have to write what are controls. And now the video is very bigger. I want to decrease the width and height of this one, for example. So just take the width and height here video. So just take width equal to, for example, I'm taking 200 and also height. Height as what? 200, for example. Let us see now. So see, it is very small. So I will increase the size. 200 means it's very less, I think. So just I will take more size. 1 minute. It is decreased to 33. Sorry, right. 200 means this one. Just I will show you the size more than 200 so that the video will be clear. I will take 500. So see now, the size of your video is going to be increased, and you can see the controls here. So this is for maximizing. Okay. Next one, this is for sound, and here this is for playback speed, how much speed has to be, and here it is for playing and pausing, and so on. Okay, so this is about video tag, and here we are having many attributes are there. So that means what with this video tag, we can also include some attributes. What we have seen till now, width and height we have seen, and controls is one of the attributes. Now, some few are there. Just I will explain about that. So there are many options for video. That is what you can write autoplay, and already we have seen about controls. Next we have seen about height now, and also we have seen about width concept. loop is there. That means what? Whenever we are applying a loop here, what happens? The video is continuously playing here. See, here I'm going to talk about the loop here. See, here after completing 5 seconds, what is happening here? After completing 5 seconds, it is going to stop the video automatically. Now, in our latest version of our HTML, there is nothing but HTML file. We are having the concept of loop. For suppose, here I am going to write loop. Let us see what happens. Okay, let us see now. I am going to click on this. So, after completing the video, it is not going to stop. Observe. It is going to run in loop. Observe now. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, the video is complete. Again, it is going to play. Reason is what? It is because of loop. In the same way, if I want to mute the uh, sound of the video, we have to write what? By default, I'm having one attribute called as what? Muted. Already you know what is meant by mute. So if I write muted, by default, whenever the video is going to be played, it is going to be muted. Next, sir, if I want to download that video, okay, I can download. After downloading, what image has to be shown for that video? For that, I have tried poster. And already, you know, we have seen SRC. So these are the different types of attributes. So now I will show you autoplay. So which is, I will remove this autoplay. Now observe here. Now you have refreshed this one. Okay. Now, if I see this one, autoplay, 1 minute. I have written what? Autoplay. So when I click on this, generally it has to be played automatically. That means what? Whenever if we are going to specify auto play, it has to play automatically. Let us refresh once again. And I'll save this document. And it has to play automatically, but this attribute is not working. So remember that the concept of autoplay is present as an attribute of video, but in some web browsers it may not work. So that we are unable to see the action of that particular attribute. Okay, so this is about your video control. Video. So we have seen about audio and video, and also we have seen many other tags where elements can organize. So organizing elements is nothing but what? How the elements are organized. So we have seen different type of list. We have seen next tables. We have seen and different type of what I can say tags we have seen. Those tags are enough for our HTML. So this is, I think, only few are there from our HTML concept. We have completed this. So now let us go to the concept of CSS. So in CSS, we are having many things. So after, I will be very little bit fast now. So, okay, with this, I'm going to end the concept of HTML. So let us see the concept of CSS now. So CSS, till now what we have created now, if you observe, all these are static pages. If you see this one, is there any coloring here? No. So it is not look very, it is not very beautiful. It is looks like a normal one. But I want, for example, if a human being is there, if I am going to see him without any makeup, he looks average. If I am going to make up that particular person, so he looks beautiful. In the same way, here this is normal web page. For this, if I am going to give some coloring, then automatically it impresses the particular client or anyone. So I'm going to use the concept of CSS. So CSS is nothing but what? Cascading style sheets. So till now we have seen what? HTML completed. So main concept of HTML is what? HTML is used to create web pages, static web pages. So, but to give the color or some we can say what styles for this particular HTML page, we are going for the concept of CSS. 1 minute. So for currently now, I will discuss that concept later because as they As your sir said that I have to discuss only HTML and CSS, I am discussing that. Later, I will see about this remaining scripting elements and so on. Scripting documents, I will see it later. I will show it later. So now I will complete CSS. So anyway, HTML is for what? For creating static web pages. Now CSS is for what? For styling purpose. Already you have created some web pages by using HTML. So now I'm going to style that. So styling means what? For example, mainly styles can be what? Based on colors. So I can include colors. I can change the font size. So I can change the font. I can change the size. I can include borders. Okay, and so on. That means what? CSS is full form is nothing but cascading style sheets, and this is used to style what? HTML. Okay. So now let us see. Okay. So now let us see about different style for HTML elements. Okay. So let us see HTML element defining the styles. So if we want to define any style, where we have to define it? So we are having three places. Three ways. One is inline. What is that? Inline. Next one, by using a style tag. By using what? Style tag. So please, as as your sir told me to discuss only CSS and HTML, I'm discussing that. Please, later we will see about that one, because as your sir has given only these topics to me. Next one. So this is what? Style tag. And next, coming to last one is first one is inline, next one is style tag, and third one is I'm going to create a separate file. Separate file. Okay. So these are in these three ways. I'm going to do what? I'm going to write these styles. So these three ways. Remember this. This is one of the important concepts, because after creating the HTML, we will go for CSS. After completing CSS only, we will go for DOM. There is nothing but whatever you are asking now. That is document related things we will discuss after completing CSS. So here the styling can be done in three places. One is inline, second one is style tag, and third one is separate file we are going to create, and we are going to write the style inside that, and we are going to get the that style is going to be applicable for your HTML page. Let us see that now. Now here I am going to write, see what is meant by inline. First I am showing what? Inline. So here I am going to have H1 tag here. H1 tag is there. And here I'm go inline. That means what? In the same line, in the same place, I'm going to write color equal to, I want to style it. So what I want to make this heading as? I want to make this heading with color. So color red, I want to change it. Now see, so the style is going to be applied for, observe carefully, the style is going to be applied for only this particular H1. So let us take this one as heading. Okay, right. So now what happens? The style is applying only for this particular element, not for all the elements. So in the same way, I'm going to take for H2, I'm going to take here, observe. So here I'm going to take H2. Okay, right, H2. Now here I'm going to remove this style. Right. Now see, if I apply this one, what happens? So see here, the style is applied only for 1 minute. Okay. So now observe. So the style is applied for how many elements here? Only one element. That means what? If I want to style a maximum number of elements in your HTML page, for every statement I have to write what? Again here, if I want to style this, I have to write what? Color. Again style I have to write here. And again what I have to mention? If I want to change the color, I have to mention the style here. For example, color colon blue for suppose. Okay. In this way I have to write. So if there are 100 elements for suppose, if there are 100 elements, then for every element I have to write this style. So this is one of the disadvantage of your inline. So it increases what? Automatically complexity is going to be increased. That means the length of the code is going to be increased. Automatically complexity is going to be increased. And if complexity is going to be increased, performance is going to be decreased. Okay. Next, coming to style tag. So this is about what? This is about inline. Inline, defining the style in inline. Now I'm going to talk about separate style tag is there for this one. Inside the tag, if you are going to write, so I'm going to remove this now. Now observe here. So I'm going to take some heading here. Now here, instead of writing separate style for every tag, I'm going to do what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use what a style tag here. So and I'm going to write and I want to tell the type here. So type is for text and for text type and I have to tell CSS. Text by CSS I have to give here because I have to mention the type. Right now observe here I'm going to give a style is what? This one. And in this style what I have to write here? I want to say that for H1 observe for heading 1 color has to be blue or color has to be red for suppose and I'm closing this. That means this indicates what? Here I have written a tag that is nothing but style tag and inside that style tag what I have written? I have written that color for H1 color has to be water blue. Now I'm going to end this one. I'm going to end this one now observe. So what happens? The color of heading is what, right? So if I want to change it to blue, for suppose I'm changing it to blue. Right. Now see, it has changed it to blue. Here the concept is what? Again here also for everything I have to write here. So H1 is changed. See here. Before for every element I have written, but now see here for every H1 color will be blue. If I am going to take one more heading for example, which is H1. Same H1 I am taking here once again. Now I am taking this one as heading 3. Now observe here. Sorry. Now observe what happens. Heading 3 also blue color. That means here the somewhat when compared to inline, it is somewhat having some advantages. That means here for all the H1 tags, here for all the H1 tags, the color will be what? Blue. But in before case, inline concept, what happens? For every element, we have to write a separate style attribute we have to write. This is style tag. In before case, I told you what? Style tag. Now, that the main in real world, whatever we are using, that is nothing but what? A CSS file. Separately, I will write what? CSS file. It is recommended generally. So what in CSS I have to write? So I will show you now. So I'm going to create one more new one. So see, in this what I have written, same thing I am going to write here. So whatever these styles you want to give entire thing here. Observe carefully, give entire thing here and just link this file. I am naming this one as style style 1 for example. Style 1 it is what? CSS. So I'm going to save it as style 1 dot CSS here. Now I have to link this document to our HTML. So that I have to go to HTML now, HTML page, sorry, HTML document. Right now see, sorry. Right now see. So here I have to link that particular CSS file to my HTML because that styles has to be applicable onto my, where it has to be applicable? It has to be applicable to my HTML page so that I have to link that. So in head part, I can also have the link part here. Just I'm going to write what? Link. So because I want to link that, link I am going to take and we are having an attribute called as REL and that is type of what? Style sheet. For example, style sheet. And here the reference is what? The reference is the name is what? Style1 dot CSS. Okay, now observe. So now what happens? I am removing this entire style tag here. Now I have written a link here. And in that what I have written, heading as, if you observe that, so some other color I will take here. Instead of blue, I will take green here. Okay. Now observe. So I'm going to refresh this. So you can't observe this. Please wait 1 minute. I'll change it to red. Sorry. 1 minute here. 1 minute. Here some reference problem is there. Oh, sorry. I have written the name as style. The name is what? Style 1. So now observe what happens. The style, whatever I have given in that particular document. So observe now what is the style I have given here. For H1 tags, color has to be red. You may ask me that, sir, what is the difference between current one? That is what by using CSS file, and what is the difference between style tag? Style tag has to be written inside HTML only, and it leads to complexity of the HTML page. So that what we have to do, it is not recommended to use which one style tag, because it will be. And one more disadvantage of style tag is what, if I write a same thing inside a style tag, for example, that style tag will applicable only for this one, for this page only. But if I write separately style tag, okay, separately if I'm going to write a style tag, it can be applied for multiple pages. Okay, I can apply that one for multiple pages, right? So that it is recommended to go for what, style separate CSS file. So see now I have saved this one with style1.css. If I open some other new HTML page, there also I can link this particular file. So automatically what happens? These styles will be applicable for that particular pages also. Okay. So this is about so how to define your styles. Three ways I have discussed. One is inline, and second one is what, by using a style tag, and third one is by having the concept of separate file, right? So so how to define a style here? To what you have to apply, this can be said as tag. Here we have to write a tag name, and whatever the style we have to apply, that what I can say, property name here we have to write, and column we have to write, and we have to write the value for that property. Example, you can see here, H1 can be considered as tag name, and color can be considered as property, and red can be considered as value, right? So this is about the concept of what, style tags, defining the style tags. So now I will take a small example, and I will make you clear about the different styles. So see here, just I will take copy paste the same thing, and I want to take headings also, sorry, H2 and H3 also. So then it will be clear for you. So see now, this one I will change it to H2. This one is H2 and this one is H3. Okay, I am changing H2 color as, for example, blue. And for this one, I am going to change it as red, for on red is there. Let us take it as a green. Okay, right now. In this document, I am having H1 and H2. I will also take H3. I will also take what? H3. So just I am explaining only about tags. For different tags also, I am going to explain only about heading tags. If you want to take any tag, there is no problem. For that, the style will be applicable. So after completing this, I will show you that one also. So now see, I am saving this. Now observe what happens here. For heading 1, it is color as what? Red color. For heading 2, color as what? Blue. For heading 3, color as what? Green. That means whatever the styles I am going to write here, I have linked this file to your HTML. So whenever that particular HTML file is going to execute, it will come to this file, and it is going to check about files here. So here, just I want to take p tag also. I want to take p tag. For p tag, what I want to give. Okay. For p tag, what I have to give. What I want to give. Let us see that. So I want to give some color called as for p tag. There is nothing but paragraph tag. Let us take yellow. Okay, let us consider what? Yellow. Now, so I will take a p tag here. Small p tag I will take. That means what? Just I am giving a small example about the tags. You can take any type of. You can take any type of tag. Okay. Right. Now observe. So this is paragraph. I am refreshing this. See, it is not visible to you. I think it is what, in yellow color. So it is not visible clearly. So just I'll change it to some other color. Orange, let us take. Orange is also very okay. I will take it as a black only. So now see, right. You can observe this. So in the same way, we can have any type of what I can say styles here. For any tag we can give here. Now I'm going to talk about color. So how to define a color, sir? We are having multiple ways to define a color. First one is, so I'm not showing the example, just I am telling that color colon, sorry, color colon, I have to write some value here. Already I have shown you in previous examples. So color I have to write, and here, for example, I can write red. So this is one way. And next, we can write second way as what? Already you know the concept of RGB, red, green, blue. So if I combine these three colors only, I'm going to get any color. So I have to write the values here. So RGB values, you can take any values. Based on the values written here, the color is going to be given by your HTML page. Okay. For example, if I write in this way, I'm going to write 000. This indicates what? If all zeros, I'm going to get a black color. And the maximum value is 255. Okay. So if I take 255 comma 255 comma 255, then what is the opposite color for this one? It is nothing but white. If you are going to see anything, if you are making high, it is going to give you white. If you are going to make it low, we are going to get what? Black color. In the same way, I can also give the color codes. That is what? For each and every color, there is a hexadecimal code will be there. Like it can define by using a hash, and we can write some hexadecimal code where this hexadecimal code should contain 6 digits. How many it has to contain? 6 digit number. That code is nothing but 6 digit number. If you search in your Google also, you can observe that. So hexa color code, you can see here. Observe. If you see here, I am going to check for color code picker. Right. So now see here, you can observe the hash code here. See this. Okay. For every color, if I'm changing here, see the hash code value is going to be changed. That means what? We can mention or we can define a color in these ways. There is nothing but one is color colon red, and second one is what? I can write these three values. Okay, that is nothing but color colon RGB of, I have to write these three values. If it is 00, it is black. If it is maximum value, it is going to give you white. And also we can write a color colon. I can write this 6 digit number which represents hexadecimal number for each and every color we are having this code. And one more thing is there, alpha colors. We can also have color RGBA, which is A is nothing but what? Alpha. So here we can consider some other four parameters. One indicates color, another indicates attributes. See here, 0. For example, I can take 0 or 255. And next here I am going to take some A. So one more parameter. So observe carefully here. A means what? Alpha. I will explain about this. So the allowed values for the attribute are, that means what? Here a new value, new attribute I have shown. Here the value should be 0.0 to 1.0. That indicates what? If I take 1.0, it indicates what? Full darkness. It is about darkness. 1.0 means what? Full dark. If I am mentioning 0.0, it is what? Very, we can say what? Full light color. Okay, full light, dim. Okay, or we can say it as a transparent. 0.0 nothing but what? Full transparent. And next one is what? 1.0 is full dark. Okay, but generally used approach is what, sir? Here we are having one, two, three, four approaches are there, but generally used approach is what? This one. This is generally used approach. Okay, it is recommended to use this one. Okay, right. So this is about coloring. Now I want to talk about background and borders. Okay, and background and borders. So now here I will go for the example. So now see, directly I will go to our style sheet. And here for body, entire body. So now see, for entire body, I want to keep a background color as something. Background, and I want to keep that color as what? A background color as, for example, yellow. It will be visible because it's a background color now. Now see, I'm going to save it and I'm going to refresh the page here. Right. Now see, what is the background color we are going to get? Yellow. Next, if I want to set the, for example, borders for this one. There is one more, the HTML tag is there, div and span are there. Generally, I have not discussed about that one in HTML. Div and span are there. Both are used to group the elements. Div tag and span tag are there. Both are used to do what? Grouping the elements. So here, what I will do, just I will write div, and I am going to write borders here. So border color, I am going to write border color. Okay. Now I want to keep the border color as blue. Okay. Next, border width I want to write. So I can do color, I can give the width of the border. So in first case, what I have shown, background color. In this case, I am going to show you width, thickness. That is what thick I am going to write. Border, and next I want to style that. I have to write the style name. It is nothing but double. The style name is the what? Double. There are different style names are there. Let us see what are those later. Now see. Now let us check this. So sorry, we cannot observe this because I think I have not used a div tag. So wherever the div tag is there, there it is applicable. Sorry. In my program, I have not taken any div tag. 1 minute. Here, let us take div for this one, for suppose. Okay. I'm going to take div tag here. Okay. So div tag is not taking here. So if you want to keep the borders, we can write in this way. Otherwise, instead of writing all these things, I can write only one statement. So only one statement, instead of writing those three, I can write only one statement, that is directly write down border and write down what width colon 10 pixel. In this way also we can mention. Sorry. What I have to write colon 10 pixel. So it is mentioning what is the width and what is the thickness of that particular one. Next. Sir, you told about styles, you have written only about double. There are many are there, like dashed style is there and dotted style is there, border. These are all styles. Dotted is there and some, I think, groove is there. And we have seen already double and many other are there. But these are generally used one, generally used backgrounds. Okay. Like in the same way, sir. Okay, I applied background for entire thing, but I want only background for particular elements. So then what I have to do, sir? So see here, I'm going for H1 tag, and wherever the H1 tag is there, I want to give background only for that tag. So background colon, I will take yellow or not yellow, sorry. I will take green for suppose. Okay. Now you can observe that. So now observe here. So what happens here? The background of H1. These are H1 tags. 1 minute. Background I have written as what? Green. And color as what? Red. So let us take it as white. 1 minute. Anything, any color is okay. But what I have to write here, I am going to write background equal to green. Okay. So it has to reflect here. 1 minute, because background is already there. So just I will remove this. So here we have to get it. Color attribute meant for only highlighting this text. It has to be there. Background attribute is meant for what? Background color. Please wait 1 minute. So here H1 tags I have to H1 color white. Okay. And here background I am going to take it as, let us change the color. Background. In some cases, some of the tags are right. We got it. See. So because here you can observe what is the background color I have taken? Blue. And what is the color I have taken? Normal color. That is nothing but white. So the heading color is going to be white, and remaining what? Background of that particular H1 is what? Blue. Okay. Next, if you want to set the image also, we can set it. There is no problem. Instead of color, just I will remove this one, and I'm going to take what? Background image. So background, again I can take background. And if you are having any image, just write down that URL here. URL you have to mention. Okay, just you have to pass URL in this. Just I will show you one image here. So sample images I will take. Okay, let us take this one or anything. I will copy the link of that, and whatever the link I'm going to get, just I have to paste that one. So I'm copying the link, copy address. Right. Now I'm using this one in my code. Right. Now observe. Here I'm placing it. And as we know that initially we have to make it as HTTPS because it has to refer to our, okay, right. Now observe. So what will be the background now? That image has to be given. Yes. So as it is not referring that, let us see, because some links may not be accessed. 1 minute. Lastly, I will replace. So see here, the way whatever we are using is correct, but the for because we are accessing this one from where, from internet. If there are any issues, we may not get the output here, right? So if you want to take any other, you can take it. There is no problem. But for this case, we are not getting. But the way to give the background images from the internet, we can use this one. Background URL we have to use, and so on. Okay, right. So this is about background. Now, very important concept is there, that is selectors. So this is very easy concept also. Just what I want to select. So we are having different types of selectors are there. First I will write those and I will show you the examples for that. So first one. Now see, element selectors. That means first one is what? Element selectors. So it will select the elements. Next ID selector. So based on the IDs, it is going to select. Next, class selectors. It is going to select based on what? Classes. So these are the main important three selectors are there in our CSS. First one is what? Element selector. Second one is what? ID selector. And third one is what? Class selectors. These are the basic selectors in our CSS. So what is the use of selector? So selector is nothing but a name. It says what? It is going to select. So observe now. So I'm removing this. Just if I'm going to write here red. Now observe here. In first one, whatever I'm selecting here, what you have, what you are understanding in this one, I am going to select an element. That is nothing but H1. And for those type of elements, the color has to be what? Red. The meaning of this one is nothing but it is element selector. Particular element is selected, and for that element I am going to give this style. In the same way, here second one. Here this one is what? Here it is what? It is one element that is H2 type, and here for that H2 only I am going to give color as blue. These are whatever you are seeing on the screen, 1, H1, H2, H3 and P. These are called as what? Element selector. What is that? Element selectors. Now see, I want to talk about IDs. So I have to take that ID in my HTML page. So just I will remove this. So I'm going to give the ID. Observe. For this, I am going to take for this H1 heading 3 for heading 3. I am going to keep some ID. ID can be anything. There is no problem. Just I will keep ID as my ID. What is the ID name? My ID. That means this is an ID for H1. So see, observe. This is H1 which is having ID, my ID. This is also H1. If I am talking about element, if I talk H1, it indicates first tag and also this tag. Okay. Now see, now I am talking about what? My ID. Okay. That is nothing but an ID. So now based on the ID selector, I'm going to select the data and I'm going to style it. So how I have to do it? So now see here, I am going to take some, I have tried a hash H1. What is the name of that ID? My ID. Okay. Here I have tried what? My ID. And there is what? H1. I'm saving this. Now observe. So here what has to be done here? Color of color of H3 heading should be what? 3. But here did it change? No. Oh, because I have tried, sorry. Here I have tried ID. I have written element also. Sorry. Now observe. My ID, 1 minute please. So here I have taken what? H1 ID equal to my ID. Yes, it is correct. And I have taken some element data and I have closed it. Okay. Now here what I have done, I have written my ID and color equal to red. Anyway, so in this way we have to write, but it is not reflecting here. Don't worry. So because some of the things may not work in all the browser, this is nothing but what? It is based on tag. Let us see here once. 1 minute. Generally, we have to write hash so that we'll refer the IDs. Oh, anyway, so as it is not working, don't worry. But in this way, we are going to do what? We are going to use the concept of ID selectors. Next, class selector. Same. Instead of writing uh, ID, we have to write what? Class. So what is the name I have written? My class name as my ID. So I'm going to write this one as my ID. And so anyway, it is also not working here. 1 minute. So here for H1, I'm going to take what? Class. So yes, 1 minute. I will remove this for suppose. Let us check now. Right. So in this way, we have tried both class and ID unable to execute here. It is not working in my browser. So observe carefully. Whatever the class you want to take it. That means here in my code, observe this tag. For this tag, I'm going to give class name as what? My ID. If you want to apply only for this class, that means what? For same type of class can also be available here. Here also I can write what? Class equal to my ID. That means if I apply class selectors, if I write my ID, here see, if I write in this way, this color will be applied for the classes which is having name as what? Name as my ID. Okay. Next. So these are the basic selectors and we are having some other advanced are there. So these advanced things will be, I think, executed in our browsers. There is no problem. You can see all those. So the selectors, so these are basic selectors. Advanced selectors are star is there, star selector, which indicates it is going to applicable for all the things. Next, descendant selector. Next, adjacent selector, adjacent. Next, attribute, particular attribute selector, attribute selector. So these are the important selectors we are having, advanced selectors. Let us see each and every one. Now observe, just if I write star here, I am going to remove all these styles in my document. Now observe, just I am going to remove, just I am going to place what? I am going to place a star here. Star, flower bracket open, flower bracket close. Now here just I am going to write a style here, color, colon, red. That's it. Now what happens? All the tags that are present in our HTML is going to be changed to which color? Red color. You can observe that one here. Okay. Star selector. Star means what? All the elements. Generally, the style is applicable for every element in our web page. You can observe that now. Next. Next, we can see what? Descendant selector. So, for to understand this one, descendant selector, just I will go for the concept of list here because it will be easy to unlist. Descendant is nothing but what? I have to talk about, it is better to talk about the concept of lists. Already I have discussed that. So just I will show you that. Just I will take a list here. One unordered list or any list I am going to take. So unordered list. In this I am going to take list elements li. So li. The same thing I am going to copy and paste. Right. Now see. Okay, right. I'm taking only two lists and inside this, observe carefully, inside this list, I'm going to take anchor tag and I'm taking reference as for suppose HTTP, same we have seen as previously we have seen this. And here I'm going to take some www.google.com, google.com, and write. Here I'm going to write Google, for example. Next, in the same way, here also I'm going to take anchor tag and reference, that is nothing but HTTP and backslash some www.amazon.com, for example. So here I will write Amazon. Right. Now let us see this one. Here I have created a list. In list I am going to take two elements. Now I want to show you about the descendant. First I will print this one. So see, I am going to get in this way. Now I want to apply a style, this one, descendant selector I want to show you. So how it is going to be used. So I am going to write here li, which is nothing but a list item, and also anchor tag. So that means what, if I write in this way, here it is that li is going to consider what, parent tag. Li is considered what, parent tag, and a is considered as what, tail tag. That is, for every anchor tag present in a li tag, this style is going to be applicable. That means wherever li's are there, see here li's are there, and inside li, what is there? A. The meaning of is what? If I am going to write this style here, this style is going to be applicable for li, for applicable for a, where that a is present in li. Okay, that means it will be applicable both for these two. So I'm going to take one more thing here. Just li I'm going to take. I'm going to take just li here. So this one, for this one, it may not be applicable. See, just I'm taking li here and say hello, for example. Now see, I'm going to apply this style. So already I think applied here. 1 minute. I'll change this one to, uh, for example, blue. Okay. Right. Now observe. See what happens. All these, wherever we are going to, the style is applicable. Sir, why this hello, for hello, why it is applicable, sir? Reason, already here, what is there? Li. For li and also for its tail, it will be applicable. That means what? Li is nothing but whatever the list items are there and whatever the descendant for that list, nothing but whatever the things that are present inside a list. For both the things, it is going to be applied. Next, adjacent selector. So, for example, adjacent selector I am going to take here. So it is going to be represented by using, I am going to take a plus ul. We are going to use a symbol called as what? A plus. So the meaning of this one is, so in my example I have not taken this one. So just I am telling this one, see, observe, for every ul tag which is adjacent to anchor tag. Again I am repeating, for every paragraph, sorry, here I am talking about adjacent. For every ul, for every unordered list tag which is adjacent to a tag, this style is going to be applicable. So I am not showing because we are not having that adjacency here. So again I am repeating, for every ul tag, which is adjacent to a, for every ul tag which is adjacent to a, the color is going to be applied as, what is that? Blue. And last one, attribute selector. If you want to select a particular attribute in any tag, in the anchor tag, I want to select a particular attribute called as H reference. Now, if I write in this way, what happens? This color blue is going to be applicable only for this attribute in the element, in that particular element. So here, attribute selector is nothing but inside a tag, if you want to apply any style only for a particular attribute, I can do this. Okay. So this is about the concept of what? Selectors. Okay. So in the same way, if you want to observe, we are having the different types of fonts are there. Okay. So we are having many different types of fonts are there. And important point I have to discuss, box model is there. Generally, we will listen about this box model. Okay. Let us discuss about this box model. So in a document, wherever we want to, whatever we are going to do is can be considered as a document. Each element is represented as a rectangular box. Observe carefully here. If I am going to see this one, here in a document, each and every element is represented what? Rectangular box. So internally, okay, right. Now in CSS, each of these rectangular boxes is described by a, see observe, again I am repeating, each element in a document is what? A rectangular box. In CSS, each of these rectangular box is described by using a standard box model. So if we want to represent any element in our HTML, it is going to use what? Internally it is represented with the help of rectangular box. In CSS, each of these rectangular box is described by using which model? Standard box model. So generally, if you see any box, it is going to have four edges. Four edges. We can consider those four edges as content edge, content edge, border edge, edges, content, content edge, next border edge, and padding edge, and margin edge. These four are the different types of edges we are having for each box. Okay, that means, sir, what is this, sir? So if you see a diagram for this one, for example, so if you consider this one as entire thing, so here I am taking it as a margin. Here it is a margin and border is there. For example, I am going to take it here. So here some border is there. This can be considered as border. Next, if you are talking about a particular thing, so inside this, here I am going to take a padding, and finally this can be considered as what? Content. So these are the four things. First one is what? Content. Second one is what? Border. Third one is what? Padding. And last one is what? Margin. In the same way, if you observe in detail, if you want to observe in detail about this, one minute. Okay. So see, if you want to see in detail about this, so we can say this one as top margin. We can say this one as left margin. We can say this one as right margin. We can say this one as what? Bottom margin. In the same way here also padding also, this is bottom padding, left padding, right padding, and top padding, and so on. In the same border also, this is top border, this is left border, this is right border, and this is what? Bottom border. This is about padding for both three. That is border can be what? Top, bottom, right, and left. In the same way, padding also what? It can be top, bottom, left, and right. In the same way, coming to your margin also, it can be what? Top margin, bottom margin, next one left margin, and right margin. So this is about the concept of box. That is what? Different type of edges for each box. Okay. So to implement this one, we can also take example which will be, if let us consider, if I want to print a, what I can say, images in a page. So generally what happens, different images will be printed in this way. Because why these are printed in this order, I am going to implement the concept of what? I can implement margins, I can implement border top, border left. So I can use everything here. Top border, to indicate this top border, I can use border hyphen top, where it has to be print. The style is going to be given here. In the same way, if I want to talk about left border, vertically, I can also have here vertical. So just I will show you that. So we can have some styles. Vertical, if you want to implement anything, just you have to write dot vertical. And for this one, I can write what? Border left. What has to be border left? If I want a 1 pixel solid line, for example. So solid, here I will write what? Solid black color. In the same way, if we want to horizontally anything, dot horizontal we have to write, and in this we have to write anything, border top equal to. So if you see any box, see here, if you see anything, if you are talking about this box, what happens? So this is top, this is bottom, this is what? Right, this is what? Left. So in the same way, border hyphen top equal to, in this way I can write what? The width and type of the color, and also solid. In this way we can write, and so on. So this is about the concept of what? About a box model. Okay. Right. So these are the important concepts which are present in our CSS. Did you have any doubts regarding to this? Anyway, once I will see the syllabus. Right. So we have seen everything. Now observe carefully here. So your related to HTML and CSS and XML, first two units are belonging to our scripting languages. So first off, we have in first unit HTML completed, in second unit we have completed CSS. So generally they will ask you from each and every HTML they will ask you one question, and documents they will ask you one more question. In the same way, coming to second unit also they will ask you related to CSS one question, and in XML they will ask you one question. So already we have completed with both HTML and CSS. So if there is a possibility tomorrow in next class I will discuss about documents and HTML, XML. But as of now, I am not having any intimation to discuss those concepts, so that I have discussed only about HTML and CSS. Okay. Right. If you are having any doubts, please send me through chat box, please. Anyone any doubts?
సార్ ఇప్పటి వరకు చెప్పింది అయితే ఓకే సార్, నో డౌట్స్ సార్.
Okay.
ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ లో స్క్రిప్టింగ్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ గురించి, నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ యూనిట్ లో XML గురించి ఎప్పుడు చెప్తారు సార్?
అంటే అమ్మా నాకు సిలబస్ చూడలేదు. నాకు చెప్పింది ఏంటంటే సార్ కొంచెం HTML CSS చెప్పాలి అని అన్నారు కాబట్టి నేను 2 కాన్సెప్ట్స్ చెప్పాను. సో సిలబస్ చూడలేదమ్మా, నేను చూస్తాను, ఒకవేళ మీ సార్తో మాట్లాడతాను ఒకసారి. చెప్పమంటే రేపు
ఒకసారి షేర్ చేయమంటారా సార్ ఇప్పుడు సిలబస్?
సిలబస్ ఉందమ్మా, నేను ఇప్పుడే చూశాను, గూగుల్లో చూశానమ్మా.
సార్ నేను అంటే సార్కి ఇవ్వటం. సార్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
సార్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ అండి.
యాక్చువల్గా నేను సార్కి సాఫ్ట్వేర్ టెస్టింగ్ మెథడాలజీస్, డిజిటల్ మార్కెటింగ్ 2 పెట్టాను సార్. సార్ 1 డే టైం తీసుకుని SPM స్టార్ట్ చేసేసారు సార్. సో డిజిటల్ మార్కెటింగ్ టైటిల్ చూసి అది MBA సబ్జెక్ట్ అనుకుని పక్కన పెట్టేసేసారండి. నేను మళ్ళీ రిపీటెడ్ రిక్వెస్ట్ తో దసరా సార్ ఏమన్నారంటే, సార్ అది MBA సబ్జెక్ట్ సార్, అది MBA సబ్జెక్ట్ కాదు సార్, ఒక్కసారి చూడండి డిజిటల్ మార్కెటింగ్ సార్, ఫస్ట్ 2 యూనిట్స్ వచ్చి HTML కవర్ అవుతున్నాయి. సో సెకండ్ థర్డ్ యూనిట్ వచ్చి అంటే ఈమెయిల్ సెర్చింగ్ సార్ అది. సో అది మన కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ సబ్జెక్టే సార్ అని అంటే అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ గో త్రూ అయ్యారు సార్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం చెప్తున్నప్పుడు అందులో టాపిక్ అంటే మెయిన్ టాపిక్ వచ్చి HTML కాబట్టి ఆ వర్డ్ యూజ్ చేసాం సార్. కానీ సిలబస్ షేర్ చేసిన తర్వాత గో త్రూ అవ్వమన్నానండి. అక్కడ ఎక్కడో చిన్న డిస్టర్బెన్స్ జరిగింది.
CSS వాళ్ళకి HTML చెప్పండి అంటే చూసుకోకుండా ఏం చేశానంటే HTML చెప్తూనే ఉన్నాను. తర్వాత ఎవరు స్టూడెంట్ అడిగితే నేను చూశాను.
సార్ అంటే ఫస్ట్ మీ 2 సబ్జెక్టులు షేర్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇది పక్కన పెట్టేశారు సార్. నేను మళ్ళీ రిపీటెడ్ గా రిక్వెస్ట్ చేశానండి. రిపీటెడ్ గా రిక్వెస్ట్ అయితే అప్పుడు గో త్రూ అయ్యారండి. అప్పుడు గో త్రూ అవుతే కూడా నేను ఇంటి ఇచ్చానమాట. సార్ ఫస్ట్ 2 యూనిట్స్ చూడండి సార్, మీకు HTML ఉంటుంది అని అన్నాను. ఇంకా అదే మాట పట్టుకున్నట్టున్నారు సార్.
సరే సార్, చూద్దాం సార్ ఒకసారి, నేను చూస్తాను అది.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. Okay, thank you to everyone. I'm going to end the session. Thank you.